They call him a raw talent, but that's a lie. Victor Osimhen is a precision weapon disguised as chaos. The reason top clubs fear him isn't his power. It's the one secret weakness no defender has cracked. Watch until the end. This isn't analysis, it's a revelation. Victor James Osimhen does not play football as if it were a sport. He plays it as if he's battling through fire, dragging his destiny out of war-torn chaos with cleats laced in rage and eyes fixed like a soldier in his last stand. In every minute of the 90, he is not merely trying to score. He is trying to affirm that greatness is his birthright. The Nigerian striker, born in Lagos and raised through the rough gutters of Alusasun, stands as a visceral contradiction. Raw yet refined, chaotic but calculated, flawed, and utterly fearless. Every step he takes is an argument against normalcy, and every shot he strikes is a declaration of defiance. The way Victor Osimhen approaches the ball in motion is something mechanical, like watching a machine stitched out of willpower and adrenaline. His skill foundation is fundamentally robust, possessing all the core techniques required of a modern number 9: stance, balance, body positioning, and a cannon for a right foot. When that foot meets leather, the ball doesn't travel. It explodes, it escapes. His default shot is not one designed for aesthetics, but one forged for goals. He doesn't caress the ball or curl it delicately past goalkeepers. Instead, he hits it as if punishing it for existing, as if each goal is meant to erase a lifetime of being overlooked. There is an issue, though, one that haunts even his most spectacular moments: the obsession with power, the refusal to lean into finesse, the disdain for subtleties. While others thread needles into the far corner, Victor James Osimhen opts to blast through the fabric entirely. He does not lean forward enough in many of his shot angles, a slight deviation in technique that causes his finishing to suffer, particularly from tight angles where curves would serve him better than blunt force. But this flaw is not born out of incompetence. It is born out of intent. He does not want to beat the keeper. He wants to break him. This lack of variety in finishing becomes a tactical limitation when the game demands composure over aggression. Still, it's important to recognize that even with this one-dimensional intensity, his instinctive shoulders and strong sense of timing have helped him rack up an astounding volume of shots per game. He plays like a predator with an internal radar calibrated to detect lapses, deflections, rebounds, any microscopic lapse in the opposition's concentration. The numbers, at first glance, paint an incomplete picture. A 16% goal conversion rate might cause stat sheets to wrinkle in disappointment. But this is where statistics lie if not viewed in context. Victor Osimhen is no ordinary striker. About 40% of his shots come from headers, a staggering proportion that skews traditional metrics. Strip those aerial attempts from the data set, and the conversion rate immediately ascends to around 20%. A perfectly respectable figure, especially considering the variety and difficulty of chances he attempts. In the air, Victor James Osimhen becomes something mythic. His aerial ability is more than physical. It is spiritual. He seems to rise above gravity to defy biomechanics. He leaps not with legs, but with purpose, arms thrashing through defenders, clearing a path through tall weeds. Every header he connects with feels like a dare to the opposing defense. Stop me if you can, and if you can't, suffer. Whether it's receiving long balls from the back, clearing set pieces in defense, or launching himself like a missile at a cross, Osimhen is omnipresent in the air. His presence forces center backs to pray and full backs to hesitate. Movement is another of his superpowers. The textbook striker's motion, arcing runs into space, diagonal sprints behind high lines, darting near-post lunges. Victor Osimhen doesn't just execute them. He conducts them like a composer hammering a war anthem. His movement is not elegant. It's not smooth. It's relentless. It's the kind of movement that doesn't wait for the perfect pass. Even if the ball never comes, he'll make the run again and again until either the pass arrives or the defense disintegrates from the pressure of tracking him. That tireless attitude makes him terrifying because he's never not available. He creates chances through sheer persistence, generating 4, sometimes 5 good looks per match through effort alone. And when he does score, it is not just a goal, it is a moment. The stadium doesn't merely cheer, it erupts. Victor James Osimhen is not the kind of forward who shines in artistic, possession-dominated matches where the ball moves like poetry and space is negotiated with grace. He is the destroyer of such poetry. He thrives in chaos, in moments where the rhythm of the match fractures and instinct must override structure. He thrives on clean cutbacks, crosses delivered into the 6-yard box with pace and venom, moments where the ball invites an accurate touch. In such instances, Osimhen is clinical, decisive, brutal. Through balls from midfield that require delicate finishing or composed side foots into the far post do not flatter him. That is not his terrain. He is not tiptoeing a legend. He kicks the door open. But there is more to this monster than just goals. There is a deep-rooted tactical intelligence. Off the ball, he is a strategist. He presses entire backlands by himself, pacing like a lion circling prey. He does not press aimlessly. He waits, anticipates, and then strikes with aggression. His pressing isn't consistent across all games, and that's where the duality of Victor Osimhen reveals itself. In matches that matter, derbies, European ties, national clashes, he is possessed. His energy is endless. But in matches of lesser importance, he sometimes saves his fury. He jogs more, conserves his fire. It's not laziness, it's calculation. He's preparing for war. In hold-up play, he is not immaculate, but he is competent. He can absorb contact, receive the ball with his back to goal, and link with midfielders using simple layoffs or one-touch passes. He doesn't dazzle in this phase, but he does enough to serve his purpose. He's capable of dragging defenders toward him, creating pockets of space for more technical midfielders to exploit. He does not try to be what he's not. He plays to his strengths and lets others flourish in theirs. And yet, if one truly watches him closely, there is more flair in Victor James Osimhen than he gets credit for. A subtle drag back here, a shoulder drop there. These are not flashy for the sake of showmanship. They are calculated, quiet skills, often dismissed because they are wrapped in rawness. His technical ceiling is far higher than pundits suggest. There is intelligence in his touches, cunning in his turns. He's not trying to be beautiful. He's trying to be effective. And that, in a world obsessed with style over substance, is revolutionary. Victor Osimhen is a striker made for the modern game, but not in the way the term is usually thrown around. He doesn't fit a tactical template. He destroys them. This is what makes him such an appealing target for a club like Liverpool. Under Jurgen Klopp, intensity is non-negotiable. Pressing is a religion. And in Victor James Osimhen, there is a prophet of pressure. He embodies the gegenpressing spirit with every sprint, every duel, every surge into the box. He's the kind of forward who turns defenders into mistakes. He is the embodiment of Anfield's storm on European nights. Victor Osimhen walking into Turk Telekom Arena is not fantasy. It is destiny carved in stone. The fans don't chant, they roar. And Osimhen is not a player who thrives in silence. He needs the storm. He is the storm. He is not perfect. He is not polished. But he is real. And that is his ultimate weapon. Victor James Osimhen is not an icon born of Instagram clips or branding strategies. He is born of hunger, literal, metaphorical, insatiable hunger. So how good is Victor Osimhen? He is as good as football's dark alleys and Golden Gates demand. He is the striker you hate to face, the teammate you would die for, and the force of nature that turns ordinary matches into cinematic battles. He is power and purpose, rage and redemption. He's not just good. He is a Nigerian storm that refuses to pass. He is Victor James Osimhen, and the world is about to find out what happens when the lion roars in a new jungle. Now that you've seen the fury and fire that defines Victor Osimhen, where do you think his next battle should be fought? Is Liverpool his true arena? Drop your predictions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more fearless deep dives into football's fiercest forces.